Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Rose 3 by Eden Mods, which is just there. Was released at Vape Fest this year, 2016. Really good show. Got a chance to meet a good few vendors there, manufacturers of mods, mainly UK stuff really, which was really nice. You know, as much as we all love the Americans and the big hype, it was nice just to, I don't know, do a UK thing really. Nice day, sunny, you know, it was a really good day. Anyway, so I got a chance to meet Eden Mods, had a look at the Rose V3, or Vote Rose 3, but didn't actually get it from them. I actually waited a little bit and got it from Cheeky Vapes down in Tottenham, so thank you Alex for that, holding on to one for me. I think we'll go down to the table quickly, have a look, see what's in the box, break it up a little bit, and yeah, come back up. I'll let you know what I think, and I think we'll pretty much be done then, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here we have the box that the Rose 3 comes in from Eden Mods. Let's just have a quick look at that. So again, with their tube style packaging, same as the Snapdragon, which I absolutely loved. Proudly made in the UK or England. That's pretty much it. So you'll just break the seal around the unit, or the boxing, sorry. Open that up. Straight away in the lid, we do have some replacement O-rings. There's quite. So that's the bag of goodies just there. Couple of grub screws in there and some O-rings. Nice chunky one there, which is for your top airflow cap. I'll show you that in a second. So let's put that to the side and shake out the bits. Yep, it is in here quite solid, but it's a good thing, you know, no damage in transit or anything like that. And I think that's it. Yep, so just move those boxes to the side. So what you're left with is the RTA, and you've got this sleeve in just here as well. Now this will convert it from a 4mm to a 5mm, so that will go in there and replace the actual frosted glass section just there. So yeah, there's, you know, a difference of a mil of juice. So let's start breaking this up, and I'll show you the build that I've got in here at the moment. The drip tip. Now you can use your own drip tip in here, but it would have to be snug, because if you can see, there's two little notches, and get them in focus, just there. And what that does is actually turn, you've got two little notches in there, and what that'll do is actually control your juice flow. So literally you'll just spin it, and then you can obviously close it off as well. They do say a maximum of 2 turns, but we're talking half turns, so it'd be 1, 2, and I think that would be it open fully, but we'll double check that as well. So let's just break this up. You've got your top fill just here. Now you see that big O-ring, and that would be the big O-ring just in the spares packet, so that's quite nice. Those are your fill-in ports. Now I did have issues with this just because I couldn't get my big bottle in there really, which was annoying, but then I just transferred it to another bottle, a needle nose type of bottle, and filled it up very easily. And I think they've done that for TPD reasons. But yeah, so that's that. Again, machining very cool on this, you know, there's been no problems with any of the threads, and I wouldn't think there would be for the price as well. So let's just break this up again. So we take that off, and that will the chimney piece as well, and obviously these will unscrew to change your glass section for the replacement stainless steel. I think this is 316 stainless steel, don't quote me on that. So that's that section just there, and then obviously you can undo the bottom ring, push the deck out the bottom, and then obviously you've got this sleeve section which you'll have to be careful about. Other thing that you do have to be careful is obviously they've got this spring wire, which is holding the air ring on. Now obviously they've done that for so it'd last a lot longer than what an O-ring would, but I do find it very loose. I have to say it is definitely one of my cons, but I'll tell you about them when we go back up top. So airflow, which is lovely, you know, very smooth. You've got the 3 holes there, which is the same on the other side at the moment. If you notice, there's a little notch there where that one doesn't and that one doesn't, so that would be for your single airflow. And if we just turn it around, you've got the 3 again and then the 3 open on the other side. So as well as it's only really a single deck or a single coil build, they've still allowed you to have double the airflow, you know, so you know they've accommodated for everything really. Now I'm not going to pull this off because I haven't even tried putting that spring wire in, but you do get an additional card just warning you about that. And I know on YouTube there is a video on a tutorial on how to actually install that. It's not too major or anything like that. You've got O-rings just in the inside of there, so that's that section. And obviously your base section, let's just take that off. Now this is the ring that you will put on and you'll adjust your cotton to sit in those positions as you see. But make sure that the cotton is not trapped underneath, otherwise you won't get a good seal there. So I'll just take that piece off. And again, I've just dropped it. 1 second. So there is another O-ring in there as well. Again, machining, lovely. Airflow, actually, let's just take this out, why not? I've just got a just a normal Clapton in here. So let's just have a look at that. Now, that's the deck, so it's a postless deck. You've got your Allen key heads just in there for where you'd loosen it to stick the legs in and obviously tighten up. Now, understand, the higher you go, I think you get more flavour, which I'm not 100% about. I've just put them at that sort of a height, really. I think if you go any lower, there may be a bit of turbulence or air turbulence. You might get a slight whistle, or it might be too much of a tight draw. But, you know, it's something for you to mess around with, really. So you have got, if I can find something, which I can't. Okay, so as you can see, you've got your airflow directly underneath that. And that's where the airflow will come out, and there as well. If you do look closely, you can see slight scoring on the barrel. I'm not sure if that was me or if that is how it came, but again, I wouldn't expect that from an expensive product, really. At the bottom, you've got your adjustable 510, and you've got 2 screws holding the base in. So this is all, obviously, this can all come apart for easy cleaning as well. That bottom piece, which holds it all together, again, lovely machining, rows 3 on there, V3. And I think that's, if I can get that on focus, B1 is for batch 1 as well. So I did meet the guys down at Vape Fest this year, which was very cool, but I did actually get this from Cheeky Vapes, who is one of their distributors at the moment. So quite a few parts for you. Should we get that in? So quite a few parts, but let's actually build this back up, or let's actually cotton it, why not? So what I would do to cotton it up, first of all, let's put this back together. No, I wouldn't do it like that, actually. Let's get the cotton. Some cotton that I'm going to be using is from the Yorkshire Vape. I actually got this free when I purchased something. I'm just trying to remember what I actually purchased from them. Ah, yeah, it was the Dot Mods chuff cap. I purchased one of them and they actually gave that to me for free, so that was quite nice of them. So let's just open that up, and a bit of a toolkit would help. Okay, so let's just cut some of this off. And I think that'd be plenty. I won't be using all of this, no chance. get rid of that. And what I'd like to do is just fluff it out a little bit and just tear a piece off. So that's the deck just there, and what I will do is put it on a mod just to give me a bit of stability. Just there. Now I know it fires up nicely, I did test that before. So let's just twist one of those edges, pop that through. Sorry, that's not in focus. Just get that like that. And then what you'll do is grab that ring, just fold up the ends, make sure all your cotton has come through, and that will actually sit down, and then just bring them out again, obviously making sure that those gaps are lined up with the coil, just like that. And then cut it to the outside of the deck, so not where the threads are. I'd go from this side here. So just give that a little snip. Same on the other side, just like that. So don't need too much cotton. Now I haven't had a problem wicking this at all. So that's there. And then what I do like to do is not necessarily put them directly into the gaps. I've been told to actually make sure that it's sitting down, is to put it to the side. And then just, nope, it's not working for me. So much easier off camera. Right, so I've just put it to the side, put the other one to the opposite side. Just like that. And then just bring it, slightly push it back towards the hole, or the holes, juice wells, whatever you like to call them. And just make sure that it is nice and fluffy. And as you see, that ring does come off, so I would recommend just holding it as you're doing it. And that is pretty much it, just like that. As you can see, that is slightly off, so if we just turn it slightly, make sure that cotton is in place. So I mean, this bit can be a bit fiddly, but as I said, I am making it look a lot difficult because I'm on camera. And what we will do is take that off now that is ready. So that has been taken off of the mod now, and what we will do is find the air or the AC ring and the other adapter, and we will just slide it in from the bottom, making sure that that cap is in position still. We can make a slight adjustment afterwards, and just pop that straight through. Then we grab the bottom ring and just tighten that up, nip that up nicely, making sure that that is in the right position still, which I'm quite happy with. You can always adjust it again like that. Let's put that back on the mod. And as you see, I just think that that airflow or air ring could be a little bit more tighter, just like, for instance, the Snapdragon. I did not have a problem with the Snapdragon. It's fairly loose, but it just, you know, you can't knock it at all. As you see, I'm running my finger past it and it's not moving at all. This one, you know, if I do that as well, you can see it actually starting to move slightly. Not too much of a problem, just something to bear in mind really. So that's the piece there. Now let's put the chimney on. So as I said, if we close that all the way down, just like that. Now obviously once you've got it all together, you'll be able to, or you can actually see how much airflow or how many turns it takes for that airflow to start opening up. So if we do 1/2 and then 2 halves, let's see if you can see anything. No, it's very hard to see. I think you'd be able to do 2 full turns, to tell you the truth, because I mean, let's put that on there, and as you can see, the gap is starting to appear just there. Now if we close that off from that point there, that's 1/2 turn, 1/2 turn, 1/2 turn, 1/2 turn. That's 2 full turns there. 2.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5 really, and that's closed off now. Let's put the rest back together. So that's the tank, and we'll just screw that together as well. Then we've got your filling or top fill that will just screw on there, and then what you want to do is line up those 2 holes with the 2 holes on the inside, and that's pretty much it. I think she's a lovely looking tank, and I think we'll go back up top and vape on it. Okay, so that was a quick look at the Rose 3 from Eden Mods. Very nice tank, I have to say. Machining has been really good on it. You know, it's definitely a mouth to lung tank, or RTA. I've absolutely been loving it. I mean, I've changed the style of my vaping recently, so you know, this suits me right down to the ground. Flavour wise, brilliant. The build quality, amazing. You know, even down to the adjustable juice flow at the top, that's been great as well. So as you saw, it is a very clean looking RTA. Don't know if that's going to focus. No, probably not. But you saw it in the close-up, so no problems there. Honest thoughts on it, there are a few niggly bits on there, but in general it's been a really nice tank. Great flavour, produces quite a bit of vapour as well, obviously depending on the build you've got in there. Very easy to build, haven't had any problems in that sense. Wicking, no problems at all. So yeah, I mean, the good points on it are the flavour, the way it's machined. Yes, it's a bit pricey, but I've noticed the quality of the products I'm actually purchasing are a lot more expensive now as well. I haven't got a problem in it. I do have a problem when it comes to like £400 mods and stuff like that, but a tank at about £120 isn't too bad. Maybe to some of you it is, maybe that's another con, price-wise, but I understand where they're coming from. Bad points about this. Now, the only real bad point for me is this airing. I just think it's a little bit loose. I hate the idea of this spring wire that it's got in there. I think that's a very fiddly part. I understand that it'll last longer than an O-ring, but put a couple of spare O-rings in there. And in saying spare O-rings, why is there not a couple of extra spring wires in there for the tension of the O-ring? You know, it's only a little bit of wire. It wouldn't have cost the earth. So, you know, that's just something. The other thing, no Allen key. I hear there was a few issues with that, so, you know, but they're rectifying it. So that's understandable again. But what happens to the people that have already bought them? Are we going to get any? I just don't know. But on the whole, a very, very nice tank. I still prefer my Snapdragon, even though that's an RDA. I just think I'm getting more flavour out of that one, but that's just, as I said, it might be because it's the RDA. But this, I haven't let it go really. You know, I do use this on rotation with the Snapdragon, and I've actually got review coming soon of the Phoenix as well. So the Huracan Junior. As you can see, it is producing quite a bit of vapour. As I said, it does depend on the build. But on the whole, you know, 4mm with the glass tank, or the frosted glass tank, and then 5mm with the stainless steel section. Now, the stainless steel section, it would have been nice to have a little window in there at least. But you know, if you're using temperature controlled, then you haven't got any problems with it, because obviously once it goes dry, you'll know about it. But in saying that, you know, it is a very decent tank. I hope they sort these issues out. Maybe they'll bring out another one, but that means another heap of money. So maybe they can update it and just sell an upgrade pack, or you know, just an additional pack, so you can change it to an O-ring maybe. I know there's that little groove there where that little spring wire sits in, so you know, you could always find an O-ring maybe to fit that little slot, should we say. How you'd get it in there, that'd be another story actually, because obviously you're having to put that spring wire through the air hole to actually get it in there. I didn't review the other roses, unfortunately, but you know, fresh eyes on the new device, and this is what I'm seeing from it. There is one other issue, is the filling ports. You've got loads of little holes, as you saw. Let me just take that off for you. As you can see, loads of little holes. Now that can be a little bit fiddly if you've got, for instance, a big bottle like that. There's no chance, you know, it's just going to flood over the top, so you need to use like a needle nose or a dripper or something like that. It would have been nice if there was maybe a couple of bigger holes there, so you've got a couple of options. I think that would be my main issue really. A very nice tank, and as you can see, I've just taken the cap off and it's just pushed a little bit of liquid around there. It's not a major thing, but when you're spending that sort of money, you do expect it to be pretty much perfect. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just the airflow. It's just too loose for me personally. Obviously, these are just my opinions, you know. Some people might think differently, but I have been enjoying it, I have to say. Very nice. So also, I will be leaving the description, or I will be leaving a link to Cheeky Vapes in the description, so you can go and check them out, see if they've got any more. I'm not sure if he does, maybe, or he might have some more on the way. But yeah, that's someone that you can get it off in the UK. And until next time, I'll see you soon.